Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Thursday, April 13th, 2023. A home in Joshua Tree was destroyed yesterday afternoon by fire, displacing 2 people. At approximately 1:15 p.m., San Bernardino County fire crews responded to reports of heavy smoke and fire emanating from a single-story home in the 62,000 block of Canterbury Street near Sunburst Avenue. Yesterday's heavy winds complicated County Fire's response, but they used an aggressive attack to suppress the fire and prevent it from spreading to nearby vegetation and vehicles. The fire compromised nearby power lines, which toppled, but Southern California Edison arrived on the scene to mitigate the hazards. After 30 minutes, firefighters were able to knock down the fire, but the house sustained heavy damage and was left uninhabitable. There were no injuries reported, and Red Cross provided assistance to the 2 residents of the house, helping them find shelter. The cause of the fire appeared to be electrical in origin. To beautify a few eyesore spots in the Morongo Basin, JT Facelift, a community cleanup event, is happening this weekend. Reporter Heather Glisby joins us with details.
JT Facelift, a community cleanup event organized by the Yosemite Climbing Association and Friends of Joshua Tree, is happening this Saturday, April 15th, with rousing before and after parties scheduled at the event hub, Joshua Tree Lake RV and Campground, 2601 Sunfair Road in Joshua Tree. The JT Facelift will focus on 29 Palms, Joshua Tree, Yucca Valley, and several specific areas within Joshua Tree National Park. The pre-party is on Friday, April 14th at 7 p.m. and will feature guest speakers, astronomers, and beer by San Diego's Pure Project Brewery. Participants can pre-register online or at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning as a Kodiak-sponsored pancake breakfast is served. The cleanup crews will then disperse and commence facelifting from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. The after-party will go down at 5 p.m. with food by Ground Squirrel, beer by Pure Project, music, and a prize raffle. Look for the links in this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Heather Glisby.
The Joshua Tree Foundation for Arts and Ecology is presenting a performance of string quartets and trios by an ensemble at the Lou Harrison House in honor of Armenian Genocide Remembrance. This Sunday's event will feature the VEM Ensemble from UCLA, who will perform music composed by Lou Harrison, Alan Hovhannes, and Armenian composers including Komitas, Mansourian, and Mirian. The entire ensemble is newly returned from a successful tour of Armenia. The music begins Sunday at 5 p.m. at the Lou Harrison House, located at 6881 Mount Lassen Avenue in Joshua Tree, and tickets will be sold on a sliding scale from $20 to $50. There will be a Q&A event following the program. It looks like Landers is the place to be this weekend for bargain hunters. A plan to remodel Landers' #1 retail destination has triggered a gigantic parking lot sale. Reporter Mike Lipsitz is here with a preview.
An upcoming remodel at the Landers Thrift Shop has pushed everything out of the store and the back storage space and into the parking lot. Sponsored by the nonprofit Landers Community Association, the gigantic sale starts at 8 a.m. and continues to 4 this Saturday and Sunday at Belfield Hall on Ritchie Road, just east of Landers Post Office. Furniture, housewares, clothing, vintage items, hardware and tools, collectibles that haven't seen the light of day in years have all been pulled out of the building and priced to sell. Cash, checks, and credit cards are welcome. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The Miracle League 2023 spring season begins on Monday, but it's still not too late to sign up. The mission of the Miracle League of the Desert is to provide opportunities for local area youth and adults to play America's favorite pastime, regardless of their ability, disability, or special needs. It's a local chapter of a national program, and they have held 2 seasons every year for the past decade. In the fall season, the league had over 40 players and their buddies play baseball at Brem Sports Park, right across from the Boys and Girls Club. Players attend weekly games each season on Mondays at 6 p.m. Community members are invited to participate in a variety of roles: buddies, guest umpires, pitchers, announcers, and fans. The shared goal is to always make the games fun and allow players to be more aware of their abilities at each game night, while being less aware of their limitations. Visit miracleleague.com for further information. If you aren't playing, join everyone on April 17th at 6 p.m. for opening night, where the Miracle League of the Desert celebrates 10 years of bringing baseball to everyone. There is a new face on the 29 Palms City Council as the city sees retail growth and tourist visitation going up. Join Councilman Octavius Scott, city staff, and Gary Deneau this Friday at 10 a.m. on the Z107.7 Up Close show. Call in live with your questions, concerns, and kudos for the city. The 29 Palms Art Gallery has issued a call for exhibition proposals for their upcoming 2023-2024 art season. Arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas collects his canvases.
The 29 Palms Art Gallery is now accepting applications for individual and group exhibitions for their 2023-24 season. Deadline to submit an exhibition proposal is 5 p.m. on Monday, May 1st. Proposals will be considered for a featured artist show by an individual artist, a curated group exhibition, or artists of any visual art media. Exhibition season at the gallery is September to mid-August. The application is available online in the artist section of the website at 29palmsartgallery.com. No fee is required to submit a proposal. For questions, email at a link in the story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7, this is arts and entertainment reporter Charlie Thomas.
And finally, a wetter winter may be lifting California out of a drought, but the Mojave Desert manages to bloom and show off its wild and beautiful flora every year due to our abundance of native plants that thrive in our desert ecosystem. If you'd like to see how some Morongo Basin residents have harnessed the power and beauty of water-wise native plants, then online news editor Robert Hayden has an upcoming tour you won't want to miss.
The Morongo Basin Conservation Association Living Landscape Tour is coming this Sunday, April 27th. There'll be 7 sites on this year's tour throughout Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree, and 29 Palms. The tour will feature engaging and attractive desert-wise landscapes throughout the Morongo Basin, showing you how residents are living in harmony with the desert environment with native low-water plants and landscaping that accentuates the desert's balance and beauty. It's $5 for MBCA members or $10 for non-members. You can pre-register online through the 22nd or in person at the Mojave Desert Land Trust in Joshua Tree between 9 a.m. and noon on the Sunday of the tour. Registration provides a descriptive brochure with directions and a map. You can see a link to the registration page as well as 15 landscape tour videos from the last 2 years at this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. More Morongo Basin residents get their local news from Z107.7 than any other source. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmetz.